All right, everybody, welcome to the FusionCast. I'm your host, Fusion64, and along with me, someone who is on the wrong side of the saying, good things come to those who wait. And that is my co-host every week, Rebel Blood 80. How we doing, sir?
How do you do, sir?
I'm great.
I wouldn't say I'm on the wrong side exactly. I'm
Well,
a little disappointed, not that disappointed, because I did get it on sale.
if you would have waited, you would have got it on even more sale, too.
Well, that particular one, yes, but I wouldn't want that one at this point. So we'll just
No.
get into it,
Let's just jump right into it.
what we're talking about, so the people know.
Yeah, let's go for it. The Steam Deck OLED version was announced yesterday. Not even announced. It was announced
Yeah.
announced and reviewed by quite a few outlets.
People had it in their hands.
They
People
did, yes.
disassembled it.
Right.
And I watched one of those disassemble videos.
I watched quite a few of them. Well, not the disassembled ones. Quite a few of the reviews, actually.
And it is impressive.
It is, man.
Really impressive.
They got some small little upgrades. Well, I mean, small battery life. Obviously the OLED screen, download speeds.
It's not a performance upgrade, but it's a performance upgrade.
Yeah, right. I saw like
How the hell did they pull that off?
Somewhere around like 5% possibly, performance upgrades, so a few frames here and there.
Yeah, and not only that, it's also going to save on battery life, apparently, too.
Yeah, I mean, I saw like some comparisons that were like, I don't know, 25%, 30% longer battery. I mean, it is a bigger battery that's in there.
Yeah, plus the OLED draws less power, so
Yeah.
that's also a power saver.
And what they're discontinuing the 64 and the 512 gigabyte models, and now basically the base model is going to be the 256 LCD at what, $399?
Which is a new one, because they didn't have a 256 one.
Yeah, they did.
I thought they had...
They had 64, 256, and 512.
Okay, I stand corrected.
So yeah, the base model is just going to be the standard old mid-tier model, 256 at $399. And then they've got a 512 OLED and then 1 terabyte OLED.
Which, that 1 terabyte OLED is awesome. That limited edition one, man, does that look sweet.
Yeah.
Which is probably so limited edition, I won't have time to even try to get my hands on one.
I'm really curious to see what the demand is going to be on these things this week. Like, if are they going to sell out instantly or what?
I think it's going to be pretty high. I think because my thought was to put mine on Marketplace and sell mine and pay a good chunk off of the new one and get the new one, the OLED. But there's so many on eBay and Marketplace right now. It's kind of a waste of time.
The market, I mean, I wouldn't say it's crashed the market value, but it's gone down because I'm on there every week looking at Steam Decks, Xboxes, and I'd say you're looking at $100 at least decrease from what it was last week on the prices.
Now, I don't go on Marketplace. What were you seeing them for on Marketplace? I was just looking on eBay. I was disappointed.
The 64s were anywhere in the $300 to $400 range. Last week, the 256 was around the $400 to $450 range, and the 512s were around $500. And now I'm seeing 512 gigabytes on there for the $300 to $400 range.
Yeah, that's what I saw on eBay.
I mean, yeah, it's dropped. It's dropped. Yeah, the market seems to have dropped about $100 on those.
Man,
because you can even now get a refurbished 512 gigabyte Steam Deck from Valve for $350, which is a killer deal.
You can get the 512 one brand new for what did I say that $399?
No, was it $399?
Or was it $4?
No, $390. Right brand new. The brand new $399 is the 256.
Okay.
But still, I
should have had this page open with the prices here. $449. So I was $50 off from the $399 for the 512. So the version I bought is even cheaper than what I bought it for. That's what I'm upset about.
Yeah.
I mean, I did get it on a pretty good sale. I got it on their biggest sale to date. But now
Yeah.
this just trumps that. But man, now I'm just looking at that limited edition one on the page.
Yeah, 449
The-
for the 512.
Those red accents, that red power button.
It's actually orange.
Is it orange? It looks
Yeah,
red in the picture.
it's orange.
And it's so limited that Linus Tech Tips couldn't even
Yeah, he was saying they
review it.
no, they
You had
didn't
to
even give it
drive
to.
out to go take a look at it.
Yeah. Man.
Ah.
Yeah, OLED's so no. It's funny how like everybody before was like, I would say that the Steam Deck it would be nice if they had an OLED. It doesn't need an OLED. LCD is fine. And now like everybody's freaking out. They want this OLED Steam Deck.
You know why? Because it's not just an OLED, but
It's
in
got
one of
the
those
other
videos,
improvements.
it's HDR OLED.
Yeah, that is.
So
Yeah,
it's a step above. Even though it's apparently the same screen as the OLED Switch screen, none of I don't think the Switch system's capable of HDR.
no,
so
probably not.
getting HDR on this handheld is going to be awesome.
Yeah,
That's going to make games pop right there.
right.
It doesn't have to be at 1080p. Being at the 800.
No, I mean that's for a screen size that little. You don't really need a 1080p.
Right, but
I mean,
the
is it
HDR
nice?
is
But
going to
yeah,
make
sure.
a huge difference.
Right. I mean, if you're pushing out 1080p, you're probably just pushing out more power, so it, less battery life.
But less frames per second.
Yeah. It is looking nice. I'm tempted to try and get one next week. We'll see. I would get the 512.
That space goes fast. I recommend the 1 terabyte.
Nah.
I mean, you don't have a Steam library.
I don't have a Steam library. Yeah.
Matter.
So I mean, plus we've got the SD card.
Yes,
that you can throw
true.
in there too. And I did some of the videos I saw. They did say that the 512 is probably the best one to get the anti-glare screen. They said it washes out some of the colors.
I haven't noticed that on mine.
Well, you have an LCD though too, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
But
I do
the
have
color.
the
The colors are already washed out.
Yeah, fair point.
So yeah.
I wonder how many of the my version of the 512 they have in stock, because the screen doesn't say they sold out yet. They still have 64 and 512s for $349 and $449 each.
Yeah.
So they're not selling out yet.
No.
The docking station even dropped down in price, and I kind of want to get that.
Right. $359 for the certified refurbished 512. That is a great price. That's still in stock too. $279 for the 64. That's out, and $319 for the 256. That's out. That is, yeah. Those are great prices for those.
Great prices for a great system.
I wouldn't know. I got a great system coming next week.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Oh man, so your text was hilarious. So you were fairly upset about that.
Just a little bit. Not really. I mean,
Yeah.
I bought it back in September. I've got use
You had
out
just
of
under
it.
2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even be able to return it if they did accept it back.
No.
But I've been getting a lot of use out of it, and I still love it. It's just that is my luck, my friend.
That is.
The minute I buy something, they announce the new version.
Yeah, if you're,
It
you like,
almost happened with the PlayStation 5. I got my PlayStation 5 last year, and this year they announced the new slim version.
well, I mean that's a decent amount of time, I guess, a year. So I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, if you're buying something over like 2 years into its life cycle, you got to expect now that you're gonna buy something and they're gonna announce something better. Now
It did happen with the
tech.
PS4 though too. I bought the PS4 and then they announced the Pro.
Yeah.
Did not happen with the Xbox though. I had the Xbox day one.
Well, you're an Xbot, so that's to be expected.
I refuse to be called that. I am no such thing.
You're an Xbot. That's to be expected. Yeah, it's exciting. So you're gonna try and get the limited edition one this week, or no?
I might.
You might.
It is on the 16th. I don't know. We'll see.
Ooh, man.
I was gung ho about it when I was I had my plan. I was just like, yeah, I'll sell my unit and they'll cover most of the price of the new one. But seeing all them on that marketplace, man, I don't have high hopes of me outselling the hundreds of other ones on there.
Right. Oh, did they say the screen 90 hertz now?
Yes, I believe that's the case.
Yeah. Man, very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to put it at the head of all these handheld devices.
Digital Foundry in their video did say that it is now the best gaming handheld, this OLED.
Yeah.
Or PC gaming handheld, they said.
I personally think it's going to beat out the Switch. Switch 2 might be tough competition, but for me, an OLED Steam Deck would beat out the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch 2 has that NVIDIA tech. I'm curious to see how the power lines up with the Steam Deck.
Yeah, we can't judge it yet. We got to wait and see.
Right. Speaking of Nintendo, did you see they announced they had some pretty big news this week?
Man, fuck Tom Holland. You know why I'm saying that?
Tom Holland is going to be cast as Link, and
no, everybody wants him as Link.
Chris Pratt. I don't think anybody wants him as Link. Chris Pratt's going to be Ganondorf for Zelda.
That can't. This is live. It's supposed to be a live action film.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see. They need to cast a nobody as Link, and he cannot talk.
Oh boy! So yes,
the only way I'll allow him to talk is if he says the line, "Well, excuse me, princess."
Oh God, I hope they do.
That is the only words he could say in the entire damn movie.
I hope they do. Oh man! So Nintendo and Sony are partnering. Sony Pictures are partnering on a Legend of Zelda movie. Yeah, no, I mean, because Sony Pictures is different from PlayStation. They probably have no idea this was going to happen. Just remember, like they had, like Sony had that partnership with Microsoft for their Azure cloud stuff that people at PlayStation had no clue was going on. So,
yeah, that was a funny time.
Yeah. Which you looked at, I think. I don't know if Sony Pictures is definitely one that I would go with to do this, a live action movie. So a lot of their stuff is hit or miss.
It is hit or miss, but I don't know. I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm not too excited for it because it is live action. I think I would rather a Super Mario Brothers style,
right? Totally,
animated
I feel like you could do
Pixar
a lot more. Yeah, 100%.
It could be a lot flashier, and the action could be. I don't know. I'm worried about live action.
Yeah, I know, because it's going to cost
live action nowadays though
is
3D animated anyways most of the time.
Yeah.
So green screen this, green screen that. So I don't know. I hope it's good.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be that special effects. Much special effects, really. I mean, if it follows something like Breath of the Wild, you could do a lot of like woodsy type exploring, and with it's got to be heavier on story. Then
the sword's got to shoot charged bolts, so we need that. Got to reflect fireballs.
Well,
not
till
the
end. Not till the end. Not till you get to the Master Sword. So
Ganondorf's got to have an aura around him at all times.
If you had to pick one of these Zelda games to follow, which one would you do?
Ocarina of Time.
You would do Ocarina of Time?
For sure.
Yeah. I'm really curious. I mean, they've got to follow one of these games. You would think if they do a game, it's going to be either Ocarina of Time.
It's not so much the game, because the story is almost always the same damn story that we play. It's what Hyrule is this movie going to be set in,
right.
It's
going to be set in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, you wonder if it's going to be Breath of the Wild, because that was the most popular one, really. Or
it's got the most fleshed out story.
Yeah. Ocarina of Time or A Link to the
right
Past.
There.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it's set up for 2 movies, really.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm hoping it's going to be good, because Nintendo's got a heavy hand in it.
They do, yeah. I think that's one of the reasons really why they partnered with Sony, is so they could, have creative control. Miyamoto is going to have a lot to do with this, so
Yeah, just don't cast Tom Holland. Link's got to be a nobody.
right. I'd like to see them cast a lot of no-name actors in this.
Yeah, Zelda too. Everybody.
Which I don't know if they're going to do or not. We'll see. I don't think they're going to.
A lot of people were upset about the voice actors in Super Mario Brothers, and that really didn't bother me all that much. But the live action, you can't look at the screen and see an actor up there and place him in another movie. That's just gonna throw you off. Well, throw me off.
I think people were upset mostly because it was Chris.
It's gonna break my immersion.
People don't like on the internet don't like Chris Pratt because of reasons. So I think that's kind of why.
Yeah, but that's just dumb.
Right. But I thought he was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he was good too. That's why I'm saying it was dumb.
Yeah.
Not liking him because of reasons.
Right.
And I'm not saying that Tom Holland can't be in there because of reasons. I just don't want somebody I recognize in there, right?
Right.
I can't look at the screen and see Spider-Man when I'm looking at Link. That's going to draw me out of the movie.
Yeah, totally.
At least that's just my opinion.
Just getting someone that we don't know. It's going to be, who's the guy who played Witcher? The guy who played Witcher and Superman.
Oh, why are you making my mind go blank?
He's actually a big computer gamer, PC gamer.
Yeah, he plays.
He likes The Witcher, so that's why he got cast as it. I'm totally.
Yeah, but then they drove him out of there.
Right. Yeah. Whatever his name is, I forget. But yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. It's probably, we're probably looking at least 2 years away from this movie, so 2 to 3 probably. It'll probably take him a year to nail down a script, especially.
They haven't even started. I was gonna say they haven't even started the script yet. Henry Cavill.
I
don't remember that.
Yeah,
driving
totally.
me nuts.
Yeah, he's very popular.
You make me stupid. Yeah, no, I don't want to see him as Link either.
No, yeah, I mean he's a little too old.
Though Ben Affleck is Link.
Oh God!
Give us a really old
God.
Link.
Fucking Batfleck.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's got to act just like he did in the Batman movies. Just old and angry all the time.
I actually think they're gonna make Link to look like he does in Breath of the Wild, because I think the Link in the green tunic works fine if it's animated, but it looks really good. Probably look really stupid in a live action.
It's just gonna be a man in
tights.
It's gonna be somebody in tights.
Who's gonna play Tingle? That's what I want to know. Who's gonna play Tingle?
You know what? It can't be Ocarina of Time because they can't do the time jump.
Yeah.
They can't start the movie off with him as a kid. It won't be fast.
No.
The pacing won't be right.
No, it won't. So it's more than likely, I think, going to be like Breath of the Wild, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be.
Or maybe
that was the best-selling Zelda game of all time, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a good chance that it's probably Breath of the Wild. I wouldn't mind a Link to the Past movie where it's you get there, you get to the castle, you're about to rescue Zelda, and you get sent to the Dark World. It says to be continued in the next movie.
Oh no!
And people would be that'd be awesome. People who never play the game would be so upset.
I would get the theater I'm in to riot with me. We would tear that place down.
That's so funny.
Which maybe we should go see that movie when it comes out. Do a podcast review on it.
Yeah, we're still alive when it comes out.
Fair point. Yeah. Anything can happen.
Anything could happen. Warner Brothers. Did you hear this story about Warner Brothers and doubling down on live service games?
I thought it was a bad dream.
Whoa, man.
I saw a snippet on it.
So their CEO, David Zaslav, who has been getting a lot of heat during this writers and actors strike, came out and said, our focus is on transforming our biggest franchise from largely console and PC based with 3 to 4 year release schedules to include more always on gameplay through live services, multi-platform, and free to play extensions. with the goal to have more players spending more time on more platforms. Ultimately,
Okay.
we want to drive engagement and monetization of longer cycles and at higher levels. We have put specific capabilities. We are currently under scale and see significant opportunity to generate greater post-purchase revenue.
We were just talking about Suicide Squad the other day,
Yeah.
and how they brought it back to the drawing board and said, no, it's not a live service game.
Right.
The fuck is this guy doing?
That icky word, live service. No.
What the hell is wrong with him? Pay me money. I'll tell you how to make lots of money. More Batman.
Right. Oh, man.
Hire these people not knowing what they're doing.
Or
they think they know what they're doing. And
the funny thing is that like they've got the best-selling game of the year, I think, in Hogwarts Legacy. No, probably not. They've got one of the top 5 best-selling games of the year in Hogwarts Legacy, if not the number one.
If you were to qualify that as in the beginning of the year, they had the best-selling game of the year.
Yeah, it's
sure.
It's a top 5 selling game. It
started out really strong when it came out.
I mean, I'm sure it's in the top 5 at least still.
Yeah.
Anyways, there was no mention of we've got one of the best-selling games. He's probably upset that they didn't have live service in that game. Instead of thinking about how much money they made, they're probably thinking of how much more money we could have made if it was like a live service, if it was a live service game.
Yeah, charge them per wand.
Right, yeah, totally.
Get the fuck out of here.
So that they're going to, the next Batman, the next Hogwarts game is going to be full of live service stuff, always online.
I don't think it is.
No?
Unless it's in production right now, I don't think it is, because I think Suicide Squad is going to come out, and I don't think it's going to do very well. I think they left a bad taste in people's mouths with that showing of it. And I think after this guy, well, not everyone follows like we do, but after this guy opened up his mouth today, I think people are going to be disgusted with WB Games.
Nah. Yeah, but that can wear off really quickly. Once they show the next Hogwarts game, people will, oh my God.
Unless it's full of microtransactions and live service stuff.
Because I believe there's a separate Quidditch game that's coming out soon.
Yeah,
because
I don't want to play
Quidditch
that.
wasn't in the Hogwarts Legacy, and I think that kind of
Probably
got pulled.
because it's too hard to do.
They're making a separate Quidditch game. I think it's coming out next year. You're they're gonna be selling you a battle pass for brooms. You're gonna get all your different kind of brooms.
Or
oh, man.
What the hell is that thing that they catch?
I totally I forgot. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, snitch.
Man, now I want to watch the movies again.
Snitching. I watched them all last year.
They're a good time.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm wondering how Suicide Squad's gonna do. I'm actually excited for it and I want to play it, but I think I'm in the minority on that.
I think you are too. I want to play it too because I love that studio. I love what they do, and I hope it's good. But it just, after what he said and them having to go back and redo the game, but when it was so close to release, I just feel like it's going to be another live service looter shooter.
Yeah.
And if it's not that at launch, it's going to be patched in to be that.
Right.
They're going to do one of those bait and switches that companies have been doing. Well, mostly EA does that, where they don't have the live service stuff in at launch or the microtransactions in at launch. So they get those reviews out, and then bam, 6 months later, well, it's more like 3 months later, suddenly there's a update with microtransactions and loot boxes and all that bullshit. Hell, WB already failed at this. Look at that fucking
Shadow of
Mordor
War.
game.
Yeah. Yep. They changed all that game up in order to make it somewhat of a live service game, and it kind of killed it. It was worse.
It blew up in their face.
Worse than the first one. The first one was great.
Blind box buying orcs. What the hell?
You know, that's a problem with these greedy companies is that it's not enough to get like the player. You know, you make some outfits or whatever, sell them for $1 or $2 each. It's not enough to get each player to spend like an extra $5, an extra $10. They want
your wallet.
Yes, they want to sleep with your wife while you're sleeping in the middle of the night. They're in your kitchen. They're stealing your food. They want all your money.
That's why I'm
They're
always
all
out of
just,
mayonnaise.
right? Yeah, they're all over. They're just greedy.
Yeah, it's not going to work in their favor. It hasn't so far, with very few exceptions, and it's just not going to happen.
Speaking of live services, PlayStation had its financial meeting, and I think it's the new CEO or interim CEO, Hiroki Totoki,
That's a funny name.
said they were originally supposed to have 12 live service games by the beginning of fiscal year 2025, which is March 2025. And he basically said that they're only going to have 6 now, and that the other 6 are basically reevaluated, need more polish. They need to be of a certain quality. So you could look at it that's they're either being canceled or that they're holding those back for more polish to actually make them better and not just try and shit out 12 live service games in a year, which I mean, you could ask anybody and see that it's going to be a bad idea.
They're not being canceled. They're being put on hold indefinitely.
Okay, well, I don't even know if they're being put on hold indefinitely. They're just being delayed, basically, because...
No, those are my words. So,
yeah, okay.
I'm hoping that they're being put on hold indefinitely.
I mean, you can have a good live service game.
Yeah, but when you're not focusing on one game, but 12.
Well, I mean, it's all different studios, and then it's second party too. It's not just first party.
Yeah, but then you're just flooding the market with games as a service. You got to think about.
I agree.
Your consumer base has time enough for, I'm going to assume, one game as a service, because that's all I care to have time for, even though I wind up doing multiples just because of my interest. But I never last with them, right? Like Division. I flew through Division 2 just to beat it because games as a service, and I've got other games to play. I haven't gone back to that game. Nothing's drawing me back to that game. They want people to keep coming back to these games, but when your company has 8 studios putting out 12 different games as a service, you can't capture that attention or that dollar from your Sony ponies.
Well, there's
your Sony players.
There is broad.
Nobody could do it.
Live service means a lot of things. They're counting MLB The Show as a live service game. That's one of them. Helldivers 2 is a live service game.
And I'm still going to say there's too many of them.
Right. I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying that they're counting. You can play some of more than one of those, but I agree you can't flood 12 in a year is just like retarded. You can't. That's way too many.
That's a live service game per month.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's just like that's the definition of just throwing shit at a board and seeing what sticks.
I spent all of January on Last of Us Online. I better move on to Days Gone Online in February. No, that's too many.
And not just that, like those games have to be good. You also have to take people away from the current live service game that they're already playing. It's got to be better than that. You also have to take their friends or people's friends away. So if their friends don't want to play these other live service games, then they're not going to jump into your live service game. So it's tricky. I don't know if any of these are going to work out for them. We'll see.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I'm not saying no live service games. I'm saying they got to narrow their scope.
Right. 2 a year. If you want to dabble in the live service, 2 a year. 2 or 3 a year, I think.
Yeah, one of those being a sports game.
Right, yeah, so that means realistically 2. That's a decent amount. You're testing the waters. You got time to, improve them so, yeah.
Not to mention you have something out there and you could try things with one, right?
Right.
And then while you have the other one in development, if something's not working, you could take that out and try something different in the next live service game instead of flooding the market with these games.
Right. Oh, see, this didn't work for this live service game. You guys that are making this one, we should try and alter ours to see that that didn't work. So,
but what do I know? I just play the damn games.
Yeah, you're not a live service Well, you are kind of. You are a Diablo player, so you are a live service.
Yeah, I play a lot of the live service games.
You like those
I don't like it.
Diablo with the $65 macro transactions. Woof.
Oh yeah, that's
That
screw
is
that.
disgusting.
It's just a horse.
Blizzard, oh god, Blizzard sucks.
I can't believe that Microsoft didn't step in and say, "Hey, no, don't do that."
Oh no, they were like, oh yeah. Phil was like, I love it. I'm so glad we got you guys.
Yeah, no, the player base is dropping in that game like crazy. They probably had a surge when it came out on Steam.
Right.
I'm fairly sure that it's just
I'm sure
dropping back.
that's probably why it came out on Steam so fast, is because it was dropping.
Oh, you get a horse and you get 7,800 currency with that
Ooh, nice.
$65 Father's Judgment pack.
Oh man, best value is they have like the best value fucking thing on it.
I don't know. I'm not in the game. I'm just on the
Oh,
storefront.
God.
But I'm sure in the game it has best value
Best
on
value. Best bang for your buck.
it. Buy now.
Oh, I forgot even the biggest story this week was the announcement of GTA 6. Well, that announcement that there's going to be a trailer next month.
Yeah, that's not news.
No, I mean,
it's cool.
it is cool. It is the biggest. I mean, it's going to be the biggest. Oh, yeah. The elephant, you want to release 12 live service games when the biggest game on the planet is probably going to, release, do you think, next year?
Yeah, and they don't even have to do anything different. They don't have
No.
to change it at all from GTA 5 because that's just a huge moneymaker for them.
Yeah, this game is going to kill every other live service game out. Not going to kill it, but like you're going to have GTA, Fortnite, Call of Duty on console, and then everyone else is going to be fighting for table scraps.
Yep. You're definitely going to see a dip in those top ones.
You're a little late on the live service. You should have been like 3-4 years ago.
But does the game come out next year or the year after? It's one or the other.
I think it's going to be late next year. I think it's going to come out.
Yeah, I think I'm with you.
I don't feel like they would be announcing a game 2 years out. What's the point?
Well, they haven't announced everything we saw of it so far has been just the leaks.
Well, they announced that there's going to be a trailer next month, so I don't think that they would, put out a trailer for a game coming out in 2 years.
Yeah, but didn't Phil walk out on stage on the Xbox One stage, no, it wasn't Phil. Who was it? One of them damn Xbox people walked out on stage with a GTA shirt on way before it even came out. I don't remember what year that was or what GTA that was. Was that GTA 4 maybe?
Peter Moore, yeah, with GTA 4. He had the tattoo on his arm.
Yeah, he walked out, and that was like way, way before, and that was like the very first announcement of it.
Maybe that was a long time ago though.
Rockstar moves at their own pace, I guess.
Right? Yeah, they do what they want to do now. Really, I wonder when the first trailer for Red Dead 2 was in order.
Now that's a live service that failed.
Yeah. They really didn't. I mean, and the community was really pissed off because they really didn't put much effort into that game.
Yeah, and I didn't get a chance to play it. Well, I mean, I still can play it. It's still up.
But they never gave that game the content that GTA got. Probably because they saw the player base playing it, and they were like, they scaled back and just put all those people that were going to make Red Dead content on GTA.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you're right.
I mean, I don't know. I like Red Dead, but I feel like GTA for the mainstream is a more compelling live service game than Red Dead would be.
I like the story better than GTA.
You can't do
I like Red Dead's story better than GTA.
You can't do all the zany, crazy stuff in Red Dead that you can do in GTA. So much more stuff to sell you in GTA than Red Dead.
I didn't have a good time in GTA.
I like GTA, but I like Red Dead, the story, better.
A lot of my friends played GTA, and they were really into it, and they tried to get me into it, and I got in there, and the first time I got hit, I was trying to do something, I just got hit with a random-ass rocket. I was like, okay, this kind of sucks, and then I was trying to do something else, and some guy in a fighter jet flew by and missiled me, and I'm like, you know what?
It's not a fun online game to play. Like if you haven't been playing, it's not.
And that was back before they had the turn yourself invisible or passive mode.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's I played it back at launch, and it was just like I was just getting rocked, not able to do anything. And I didn't play it enough, so I didn't have any levels or anything like that. Couldn't fight back. It's just like this is a waste of my time. I saw the potential though.
So what do you think that this game is going to control like shit like the other Rockstar games, or are they going to actually make a control scheme for modern audiences?
No, it's going to control like shit. Every Rockstar game controls the same, so it's
Right?
going to
Yeah,
control
I
like shit.
know.
And
Like
and,
it's
and they're not going to do the apologetic thing
Oh
like
no, they don't. No. They make the games. You just play them or don't play them, and everybody
yeah,
plays them.
like the Witcher. The Witcher had that shitty controls too, the
Yeah,
momentum controls.
right.
But they went back and they fixed it because people were pissed about that. No, Rockstar's like, no, fucking deal with it.
Right, and they do. People do. Everybody does.
Yeah.
It's their one Achilles heel, in my opinion, that they don't do right on the game is the gameplay.
Yeah, because every time they put out a game, it looks fucking gorgeous. I'm willing to bet
Gorgeous,
GTA
great
6
story.
is probably going to be
the best looking
because
game.
it's only going to it's got to only release on PS5, PC.
Man, it fucking better not release on fucking last gen. I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. Shit, man. I mean, that's a lot of systems to just leave behind.
Yeah, but there's a huge install base for them.
Right.
Plus, what the visuals that they could do on these modern systems with the way they work wonders. Because man, those games looked awesome. GTA 5, I'm talking about, looked awesome on the PS4. No, on the 360 and PS3.
Yeah.
Like that was impressive, and what they could do with these systems. I have a feeling we're in for a beautiful game coming out.
Definitely. I'm excited. I'll be there day one.
Yeah, I probably will be too. Not online, but well, I'll probably check out the online.
You think
the online? You think the online's going to have cross-platform play?
Oh, I don't know. Good question. You think it's going to be released on PC on day one?
I would not be surprised if it's an Epic Store exclusive. That would be a big get for Epic.
Because their last two games didn't release on PC day one.
No, but they're there now, and Rockstar's there now.
Red Dead 2 Red Dead 2 come out 2018, right? Yeah, that didn't release on PC day one. That was only 5 years ago.
Yeah, but it came not that long after. Wasn't it just a couple of months or something like that?
6 months, maybe.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
If we're wrong, let us know in the chat.
What do you think? $70, or do you think they could charge whatever they want for this game? To be honest with you,
there's going to be $150 version with what do they call those stupid money cards that they sell for the game?
Shark cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$150 one with the online, the single player, and money for the shark card. Start day one with $10 million in the bank or some bullshit like that.
I could totally see that. And
because
people will buy
that's how they're making their money. Because people buy them cars and then they go and buy a fucking jet and they drop a bomb on me.
Oh man, yep. So yeah, I'm excited to see the trailer for this. Game Awards maybe, or just they're gonna just do it on their own. You think?
If they do it on their own, they're still gonna be one of the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Good old Jeff. He's gonna have his fingers in that.
Maybe.
I mean, the Game Awards is next month, so
yeah,
it coincides.
If it's at the Game Awards, it's gonna dwarf everything else that's at the Game Awards.
Doesn't the Game Awards shit usually gets leaked though? So
yeah,
they might want to avoid that.
Right. Yeah. I feel like they're gonna do it on their own.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking that too. Since
he's just gonna wake up in the morning and it's gonna boom. It's gonna be on the internet.
Yeah, because the Game Awards do leak nearly everything, and when it does come on there, and it's like, oh, Jeff's like, oh, look, it wasn't leaked.
Right.
What a surprise!
Yeah.
It's not something I'm interested in usually.
Right.
I can't remember the last thing that did not get leaked that he was like, check this out.
You have a Rebel rant tonight. Did you want to do that now?
Oh, yeah, I'll make it quick. You know what? fuck the PlayStation 5 stand.
Okay.
I was dusting, right?
Okay.
This is a PSA. People, dust your systems, clean your systems. They'll last longer. They won't run as hot. You got to dust them. You got to dust around them. You got to blow the dust out of the vents. You ain't got to fully tear them down, but if you keep that area clean and they have enough room to breathe, the systems will last longer for you. So I was dusting tonight, and I was dusting underneath the PS5, and I lay mine on its side. I'm not a fan of vertical standing systems, so I don't have it vertically. And on its side, man, that's people are mad that the Slim isn't coming with that stand. I think that stand that they're selling for $30 looks way better than the stand we got with our PS5s.
I have no clue. I put it on and on the system, and I've never thought about it since.
Yeah, you're one of those heathens that don't dust their systems, aren't you?
I mean, I dust the top of it. I don't undo it and dust it.
Oh, you got dust all around it. You got to make sure the vents are clean and everything like that.
My system's still going strong.
Okay. When it burns down your house,
Nah,
no,
it
I
won't.
burn up with it. PS5s don't burn down houses.
And what the hell was I just gonna say? Oh, they're not even calling it the Slim. They're just calling it the PS5, really. So
yeah,
I was looking on their store, and
my point is
the
one for the launch PS5, that plastic ass thing that just slides off when you have it on its side. There's no like bolting it to the system or anything like that. It just kind of clips in, and it just slides off. And my PS5 was just sliding all over the place while I was wiping everything down. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. That's one win I got to give to the Xbox. You know why? Because the Xbox is just a fucking brick.
That would be their only win.
Yeah.
I thought you had yours vertical.
No. I had my my Xbox vertical for a while, and that thing does look better vertical, but I still don't like vertical systems.
Yeah.
And you know what had a good vertical stand out of all the systems that I've had? Was the Xbox One X. That came with a pretty good vertical stand that clipped into it and kept it nice and stable. That and the PlayStation 2.
They probably, took all that money in not developing games to make a good stand.
Fair point. But Xbox 360, terrible vertical. I scratched several discs because of my system being vertical for the 360.
Hear that, everybody? Just throw your PlayStation 5s out because of the stand. It gets away if you dust. Don't dust. Dust around it.
Yeah, ignore the PSA. Don't dust your system.
Yeah. Or get an air compressor and just blow in there. Psh. There you go.
You really shouldn't do that either. Because if you're blowing into the fan, it could spin the fan too fast and wear out the bearings. But it could also send a charge, because a spinning fan creates a charge. It could send a charge through your system.
This was an excellent PSA, let me tell you.
Yes, the more you know.
Yeah. What have you been playing this week?
I, sir, have not played much, but I'm going to rattle off. I played a little bit. I wound up picking up RoboCop.
Oh,
which, you know what? This game is fucking phenomenal, and people are giving it bad reviews because you play as a cop.
Is that what it is?
Did you see that?
I'm not.
That is a little bit of news.
Was it Kotaku?
It probably was. It was one of those outlets.
One of those outlets.
It was, yeah. And a
Kotaku-like
outlet.
You might as well just say you people. I mean, you've been on a roll lately the past few weeks with, you people.
I've been on no roll. I never said you people, but one of those type
people.
of outlets.
Oh, man.
Are giving a bad review just because you play as a cop. That game is fucking awesome. I've got 2 Rebel recommends this week because of RoboCop. You've got to play RoboCop. You are RoboCop. It feels like RoboCop. It brings you back to the movie. You want to watch the movie, just the first movie, maybe the second movie. Don't watch the third movie. And as for my second game I've been playing, a little game that I'm going to spend a little bit of time with tonight, do a little fishing, Dredge. Have you heard of this game?
I have. I actually wanted to get it on Switch, and I just never got it.
I'm not going to say too much, but it is a fishing game.
Yes.
There are horror elements.
Horror elements?
Horror. Whore.
My two
There's a lot of horror elements.
favorite pastimes, whoring and fishing.
Yeah. I know how you love your whoring and fishing. That's why I brought it up.
It's a great combination, actually.
Yes. I really recommend this game. It's going to take up quite a bit of my time tonight. I have fallen off of Cyberpunk because of Dredge.
Nice.
A little indie game where all you do is fish. And it's not even like a typical fishing game. It's got like little rhythm feelings to it where you know old school golf games where you had to click within the meters?
Yeah.
That's how you fish in this game.
Oh, cool.
You click in the meters and it helps you fish faster. And let's just say I fished up some pretty fishy stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's good.
There's a physical for Switch on that I was thinking about getting, but I never got it.
Is there?
Yeah.
That would be a nice physical to own, I think.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing. How about you?
I got the platinum. I didn't think I had the platinum in Spider-Man the last podcast. I got the platinum in Spider-Man. Some of the best. Spider-Man has the Spider-Man franchise. Some of the more enjoyable platinums. They're not very hard. It's just going around 100% of the game basically. Did that.
Those are the ones I enjoy the most.
Right. You know, there's no difficulty challenges. Although the first one did have like you had to get the best score in all the challenges or something like that. This one doesn't have anything like that.
No achievements like hit the guy in the nuts with the football from 300 yards away.
No.
I never liked those types of achievements.
No. Nothing like that. It was fairly easy, enjoyable. And then I went back to Assassin's Creed Mirage, and you could tell the step down in quality between the two games, definitely. It's definitely.
I told you that.
It's
an Ubisoft game.
One game's really good, really great, and the other game is a game. Now there's some fun to have in Assassin's Creed Mirage. Just the story is not great, and everything else is it's fine. So I'm going to try and finish that so I can just delete it off my hard drive forever. And then I've been thinking, I'm like, man, I do like Assassin's Creed again. I should just buy Valhalla and play it, but I don't know.
No, I'm going to warn you against that. You should not.
I did download Callisto Protocol because that was free on Plus last month, so I want to get to that. Check that out.
Oh yeah, you know what? I did play a little bit of
Dead Space, right?
Yeah, the Dead Space remake, and that is a very pretty looking, scary game.
Nice. Yeah,
I forgot about
that. I haven't started Callisto. That's going to be the one next that I probably start. Maybe I'll play. That'll be a good Portal game.
I'm sure.
PlayStation Portal verified.
I do have it on Steam. We could compare the PlayStation Portal to the Steam Deck version.
We could. And then I started South Park of the Stick of Truth. I bought this months ago on Switch digitally. It was on sale for under $10.
I was gonna say, was it like $3? That game's always
$7,
on sale.
something like that.
And
$7, $8.
It's worth it.
Oh yeah, it's funny. I mean, I've just got to the first mission basically. Like I got past the tutorial stuff, and yeah, it's pretty funny so far.
All right, I am going to give you one recommendation.
Okay.
And it's Tom's Rhinoplasty and Hasselhoff.
Okay. Is that a mission?
As soon as you could do that, get it done.
Okay. All right.
No, it's totally optional.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
I believe it is.
It's a side quest?
No, it's just I'll say it's like an optional cosmetic.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. I was wondering what it was. I'm like, how am I supposed to do if I don't know what it is? Okay. I picked the warrior class.
It had me dying of laughter.
Okay.
When I got it.
Okay, I picked the warrior class, so.
It doesn't matter what class you are. You could still get this done.
Okay, cool. Nice. Solid. So yeah, that's really all I've been playing. I'm just trying to knock out Assassin's Creed. I think the thing on the PlayStation menu is bugs. It's been saying I've been at 60% for the past like 5 hours, so I don't know. At first I was like, I'm going to get the platinum in this trophy, and then tonight I decided I'm not going to get the platinum in this game. Even though I think it's easy, I just don't want to do it. I just want to get this game over with and off.
They all look easy. Even Valhalla's look easy. Like, oh yeah, I could conquer all this land, and then you get into the game and you look at all the amount of
It's
territories you
like
got
I
to
need
conquer,
my
and every
life
single
back.
thing
I need my
you need to
life
do in
back.
the territory. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I could get all the collectibles when there's 1,000 fucking collectibles. Yeah, no, I need my life back. Like you were
Right. Yeah.
saying,
You stolen my life from me. Damn it.
I haven't seen my kids in years.
So yeah, this will be the last podcast we have where the PlayStation Portal doesn't exist.
Oh, woe is me.
Yeah. So. Nope, that's it for me for this week. You got anything else you want to get to before we get out of here? You can go back and play some fishing and whoring.
I'm gonna whore and fish it up and dredge. I've got nothing else, sir.
All right. I think we'll be back on Thursday, maybe next week.
Yeah, we were gonna try to be here yesterday, but I had stuff.
Priorities.
Yes.
You didn't get your priorities straight. All right. Well, that's it for us for this week. We'll see you guys next Thursday for the FusionCast. I am Fusion64. Say goodbye, Rebel Blood.
Goodbye, Rebel Blood.
We'll see you guys.
Oh man, that was terrible.
We'll see you guys
I regret
next
saying
week.
that. Fucking dad joke we're exiting off on.
We'll see you guys next week.